Now, the hard part, which you know way better than I do, is there's not enough hours in the day to cover every situation. And how do you know when they're listening?
That's right.
That's the hard part.
That's it.
Until they real life live it. You know, now we had in that one particular illustration, it was still raw that we got beat in the playoffs and we got upset by Central Florida. I mean, it was still an open gash wound. So they were listening and they were rehearsing that, okay, you know what, if we're 4-3, we're still, you know, we're not going to be denied or whatever. And so it's going to be a fun new phenomenon for you guys with the larger number of playoff teams.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
it's going to be a whole different experience.
Yeah.
But, you know, that comes into play at Ohio State because you have these wounds, you know, coming off the last year, unless you won them all.
Right.
And
that's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
So when you come into the next year and you can get into a rhythm here and you can win some games here, but if the focus is on the result, not good. No. It has to be on the process. It has to be on your habits, because you know, in matchup games down the road, in the playoffs, in the rivalry game, like if we're not at our best in these areas, if we're not getting better at our fundamentals, if we're not focusing on the process, it's going to catch us. And so I've shared that with our staff, you know, multiple times, and I think that's really something that we have to continually work on throughout the year, because you can run off 10 or 11 games here, and you have to make sure the guys understand. Now, when you have young players who haven't been through it before, it's a lot harder than if they've been through it before and then not finished the way you want to finish.
Right.
So we're counting on these leaders, you know, to be veteran enough to say, hey, man, we got to focus on the habits and we got to focus on the process, not on the outcomes of these games.
Well, and that's the fun of being a coach, because every single year is different.
It's different.
Now, ironically, I remember after 2002 when we won the championship, that is so, in some ways, even harder, because so many people are saying, oh, you guys are wonderful and this and that, and you as a natural competitor, now you don't even take 1 second to reflect on, hey, that, you know, I'm so proud of these guys and these coaches and this university, and so that's the good news and the bad news about being a coach. It's no fun when it doesn't end right, but it's no fun even when it does end right.
Exactly.
Your life doesn't change, but your life is good.
Yeah.